Let's move on to the Week 1 games. One game sticks out. It's the highlight zone game of the week. You're talking Luers and Snyder, and the SAC title could very well come down to this game because these are the two teams who are favored coming in. You picked Snyder as the favorite to win the SAC. I'm going with Bishop Luers, so I got to pick Luers to win this game. I imagine you're going with the Panthers.
I will go with the Panthers by not very much, though, and I'm not real confident in that pick. I got to be honest with you. But I think that, like I said earlier, Snyder's experienced. They're strong on both sides of the ball. So is Luers, though. It's going to be a shootout. There's going to be a lot of points scored, even though they're good defensive teams. A lot of talent on the field. This is not a game that you want to miss, and that's why the News Sentinel will have 4 guys out there.
As far as the game being close, what's going to be some of the tipping points? What are going to be some of the big areas that are going to maybe change the course of this game for either Luers or for Snyder?
Well, I think from Snyder's standpoint, you can't allow big plays, and that's easier said than done with Luers. They have so many guys that can make big plays. You're not going to slow them down. There's no way you're going to hold Luers to 12 points and play great defense and do that. They're going to probably score 30 points at least. But you've got to contain them, and when you get in the fourth quarter, you've got to be close, and you've got to be able to get a stop or 2. But like I said, that's easier said than done. They have a lot of weapons, and they're going to have to pressure Quinn Cook in his first start, or Noah Wazinski, whoever it ends up being. They're going to have to get after that quarterback and really make him feel uncomfortable. But again, the quarterback there has so many different weapons he can hand off to or hit out in the flats and things like that, that he can make simple plays that can turn into 80-yard touchdowns in no time.
You got Snyder by just a few, then, I'm guessing.
It may come down to a last-second field goal.
All right, I'm going to take Luers by 10. Luers by 10, a score, touchdown, and field goal. Southside Bishop Dwenger. That's going to be an interesting game from the fact that we really don't know what to expect from either team, but specifically from Dwenger. Coach Schwarzkopf, after the scrimmage, you don't see him hang his head very often, but he had some questions. He had to scratch the head a little bit. So what are we going to see from Bishop Dwenger and Southside?
I don't think this will be that close of a game. Southside has a lot of athletic ability. Donovan Clark is an experienced quarterback, and they do have a really strong wide receiving group that can utilize Donovan Clark's ability. But I think Bishop Dwenger is too established, too deep. They'll win this game pretty easily. So I don't see, even though Dwenger has questions at quarterback, I don't see this being that good of a game.
I think it'll be a lot closer than that.
Maybe
I think it'll be a one-score game. I've been to the South Dwenger game a lot of years in a row now, and South always gives them trouble in the first quarter, second quarter, and then it takes a while for Dwenger to start to break away. If they don't break away by halftime, I think that they're in trouble this year. I think that could be a really good game. Moving on, Homestead at Huntington North, the debut of the Terrell List Spartans, and Huntington North with a new head coach as well. So a lot of different looks in this game. What do you expect to see from the Homestead?
I expect Homestead to roll like they usually roll, to be honest with you. Huntington North has a brand new coach. Yes, the Spartans have a brand new quarterback, but they have so many experienced players returning. They have an experienced coaching staff returning. I think Homestead wins this relatively easily.
I'm going to say it's going to be close.
Wow.
I'm
You're
going to
just
say
doing
it's
that
going
to
to be
argue
close.
with me, though.
No, I'm talking to Huntington North's coach at the preseason media day. He seemed pretty confident. He had a little swag to him. I like what he's thinking. He's, Trent Fine.
Wait till Isaac
he's from
Griffith
back in
goes
our
70
area.
on you.
That's the day. If they can get Isaac Griffith the ball, it may be a different story. I want to see it first before I say it's 100%. Leo Norwell, another interesting game. Talk a little bit about what we're going to see from Leo and Norwell in this one, because Norwell's coming off a 1-9 season, just 3 wins total in the past couple of years. Pearson Harnish is down there. He's got some good bloodlines, but he's only a sophomore. They got a new quarterback in there doing some different things. It's going to be a little bit of a question mark for this team.
I think this one could be ugly. Leo is still Leo, and they're going to run They're going to roll over Norwell. Norwell is a program that's in its infant stages of rebuilding. They've been great in the past. It's not a program that's been down a long time. They've just been down recently. And so Leo is going to be too much. They're going to be fired up, and Norwell will too. But Leo just has too much depth, too much established talent for Norwell at this juncture of their program to compete with.
I was going to say, I think Norwell could be better than they were last season,
I don't
but
dispute
might not win more games.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
Based on the count, Belmont's got another year under Larry Getz. They had a great run in the playoffs last year to win a sectional title. I just think the NHC, some of the top programs have some question marks, and some of the programs that were in the middle last year are on the way up. So that's a tough conference to be in. Kind of reminds me of the ACAC when you look at just stacked throughout. There's not an easy win.
Good coaching all throughout the league and a lot of established programs. So, yeah, it'll be competitive.
All right, tune into the Highlight Zone on Friday night for more coverage, and tune in. Take a look at the News Sentinel every day with Tom Davis and all those guys doing a great job covering you throughout the week and throughout the season. For Tom, I'm Glenn. We'll see you next week.